it's wreath time. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, I have a 1524 pencil wreath form here. And pencil wreath form is delineated by the kind of ties that have on it. The big puffy ones, or these are thin like a pencil. So it's a pencil form. 1524, it came from craftoutlet.com. And any numbers that you might need, if you go back and look at my haul video, which is a few videos back, I give you all the numbers at that time. I'm also going to use these two mesh, the plain orange, kind of a window pane-ish mesh, and then the orange with a white stripe. And we're going to start by making ruffles. These are going to be woodland ruffles. Now that means that there's some rolled over edges on both ends before the ruffle is placed on the form. Now all of my pieces have been cut at 30 inches, and you need that length if you want a nice size ruffle with using the woodland technique, because you're rolling some of it under each time. So I'm going to just set this to the side and bring up the first one, and I'm just going to alternate them. So you start with your curve up. Let me just put a little something here. Okay, you're going to start with your curve up. Okay, and I'm going to just roll it 1, 2, 3, and that just keeps this from raveling on the end. And I have a little clamp. This is the Dollar Tree clamp, so I'm going to clamp it. Now I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to do the same thing on this end. Roll, roll, and then once I have rolled, I'm going to start my ruffle. And bring in the other side. And there we have a really nice ruffle. Now, you can put it on the form this way or this way. And I'm not sure which way I want to use it yet. Let's just see. I'm going to start on the outside. I think I'm going to do ruffle up. Okay. There you go. All right. Now we use the striped one. Same technique. Gonna roll, 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 and clip. Now this one is easy to ruffle up the middle because there's a stripe right up the middle. Isn't that pretty? them together and cut them together. So that's why they're wrapped up like that. This is the way I do it. Now some people can bring them in from both ends at the same time, but I find that a little stressful, so we won't do it that way. Could go around and open these. I should have before. Been a while since we've done a wreath, isn't it? It'll be nice when I have the table completed downstairs. It should give me a bigger work area and a nice overhead view from the camera. We're working with what we got right now. Keep your eye on my community page because I'm going to be posting the updates on fixing that room up, along with a couple of little extra videos now and again. We've completed step 1 and step 2, and I'll give you a little update on that. Step 1 was improving the lighting. If you remember, it was a very dark and dreary place because it's in the basement and it only has a casement window. So there was not a lot of daylight. And the light that was in the ceiling was not too bright. So that has been changed out to an LED feature, and I tell you what, it would light up Fenway Park. It's quite different. And the other part that has been completed at this point is taping. It is taped and ready to paint. We're going to be painting it with Kills first as the primer, and then I believe I'm going to be going with a very pale yellow because that will be reflective of the light. I think that'll be pretty on the door, on the front door. It's big, it'll be big, and it'll be bright. So, and my house is brown, so don't you think the orange is going to look pretty on the brown? that so far. Nice, huh? Now obviously, because I'm doing 30-inch ruffles, it takes more than one roll. If you did 20-inch ruffles, you would get one wreath out of one roll. But I wanted them a little puffier, and I was going to be rolling them over on the ends, so I wanted to leave myself plenty of mesh to ruffle up. I haven't used orange too many times, except in the fall for like fall or Halloween. But it is a nice bright color, and I think depending on the accessories you put on, it certainly is summery. This mesh is a little soft. Roll it 1, 2, 3, and gather it up. Isn't that nice? It's going to be very pretty, very pretty. This one with the stripe tends to want to fray a little easier than the other one. So this is a good style to use. One more set. To the bottom. 1, 2, 3. Cut. One, 2, 3, and gather it up. After I get this one, I'll see if I can get you a kind of a view of what it looks like. It's so big, there's not a lot of room to show you. Let's see if we can see a little bit. That's something, huh? Okay, we're going to move on to the top, and I'm going to open up these top ones before we get started there. Okay, let's see if we can make enough room here to work. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. Okay, there you go. That's a nice big ruffle. Now on here, here's a stripe here, so I'm going to put the ruffle, the plain one, right above it. Two big twists. Okay, stripe. So we've got about another week and a half until 4th of July. And we'll take down the patriotic wreaths we've got up and put some summer ones up, and they'll stay up probably till, well, through August, I would say. And in September I'm going to start putting up some fall. Goodness, don't you just hate to think that? This is the first heat wave we've had. We're in the heat wave now this week. This area and the East Coast, it's in the 90s. For me, that's nice. I don't have to work outside. It is not a pleasant job if you have to be working outside. But after 38 years in Florida, 90s aren't bad. We haven't had a very warm spring, and we've had a very wet spring. Now I guess in this area, which of course we just moved to, let's see what we got here. This year, I guess last year they had quite a drought, and so they're quite happy with the rain that's been happening. And I learned a lesson, valuable lesson. Unless you've got a fence, don't plant anything, because Bambi loves to eat it. Oh, Lordy. I didn't think, Bambi came and ate all my tomatoes. Bambi, or Bambi's mother or father, I don't know. The whole crew was here, I'm sure. And the peppers, even the jalapenos, so they like the spicy stuff. They hadn't actually borne fruit yet, but left the green beans. Wasn't great on vegetarian green beans. However, came back the next night and got those too. So you have to be careful. If we put in, I don't know that we'll put another in this year. We just might wait until next year when we can do some fencing in the backyard. You know, it's a little at a time when you have lots of projects you want to do. Because all these projects cost moolah. Oh, there we have. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. One, 2, and 3. Four more. turn it, roll it. 1, 2, 3, gather it up. Okay, one here. You know, it's very difficult to find right now, at least I found it, a good selection of 21-inch mesh. Now, I know, if I remember, every year, this time of year, supplies get a little bit diminished. A lot of the places are transitioning their stock to Christmas. But there's tons and tons of 10-inch mesh, but I could not find a lot of selection in the 21-inch. And I want to make a bubble wreath for my other door. We haven't done a bubble in a long time. Let's see, one. I must, oh, there it is. It's over there. I got it. Got it. Thought I was missing a tie, or I had skipped one, but I found it. Well, they ought to be able to see this down the street. Just 2 more. A little piece. Oh, somebody wants me. That was a scam. You owe money for this or that. Please click here. Which you know you never click here. Ruffle it up. That seems to be one of the latest, most popular scams. How many of you have received that you owe toll money? I have received, I don't know how many times, from Florida. And of course I don't have the pass they were talking about. Never did. And I haven't lived in Florida in 3 years, so. But those who were sending them didn't know that. But you know, that's what's scary, is because people get these and, you know, they think that they're in some kind of debt for something, and they click to find out, and the click is the phishing, where they then get access to other information. Ruffly, ruffly, ruffly. Last one. There you go. Let's see what we got. Look at this. Can you see? Gorgeous and huge. Now I have a sign. I'm not sure I'm going to use it. Well, I can always attach it, and it's only going to be attached with, actually I think I'll attach it with this here. And that kind of keeps it on the top of the ruffles, so it doesn't push it down inside. Okay. Look at that. That was easy. Now, I'm not going to put a lot of ribbons and bows around this because that sign is big. But I think I'll find a place to put one nice big bow, maybe over here. It'll come down on the sign a little bit, but I think that'll be okay. So let me go dig out some ribbon and figure out which one we're going to use. Back in a bit. Okay, I found this pretty ribbon, and I think it'll be a little bit different on there. We'll see what it looks like. If I don't like it, we won't use it. And I'm just going to make a freehand bow. Let's see. Let me get a little ruler here. Get an idea of what this is. 1, 3, 4, 5, about 5-inch loop. Okay. You don't want to go much bigger with this ribbon because it's kind of floppy. So I have 4 and 4 here. Now I'm going to put a handy dandy little clip on this. Because I have some green plaid, I'm going to make just a little bit in the middle. Well, I don't need that much. I need about here. About to get out the zip tie. Oh, I got one out here. What do you know? Let me just get, no, I'll do that later. This is really colorful, isn't it? Isn't that pretty? Let me just get a piece of wire. Okay, now I'm going to just try to put this on up here. And actually, I think I can use one of these ties. Let me get the... Okay, let's go put this on the wall and see what we have. It sure is a pretty one. All right, I'll be back in a minute. There you go, look at that, huh? Isn't that beautiful? That is so pretty. That's one of the prettiest ones I've made in a while. Big and poofy. The woodland ruffles are pretty. And I love the color combinations. The colors in the ribbons. The colors on the signs. All right, so we're ready now. We'll be ready to take down the other ones and put up the new ones. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, share the video if you can, and I'll be back on the weekend for cooking. I hope you have a great afternoon, evening, morning, night, whatever it is for you. And until I see you the next time, everybody play nice now. Love ya. Bye-bye.